The Monroe County Community School Corporation is loosening its transfer policy to help increase enrollment numbers. In the last 2 years, MCCSC has lost 350 students, contributing to a multi-million-dollar shortfall. In June, the board adopted revisions to their policy about the eligibility of resident and non-resident students. A key change to the policy permits enrollment of qualified students to transfer into the district if they apply before the deadline for yearly school enrollment counts. Those counts determine how much funding a school district receives from the state on a per-student basis. But some of the language in the policy sparked a discussion about immigration. Board member Keith Klein said he wanted to go on record as having issues with the language in the policy regarding the mandate to educate every resident of Monroe County.
People need to know, and I understand there's a federal law and all of that, that the wording in this says the Monroe County Community School Corporation shall provide a free education to those students who are considered by the federal law to be illegal aliens, and homeless I don't have any problem with, but it just seems like when the federal government says, we know they're illegal, but educate them anyhow, that runs kind of contrary. If they said they were aliens, or they said they were people in needs of services or anything like that, but something about that wording just rubs me the wrong way, that we're identifying them as illegal, but then still saying that you have to educate them.
Although the intention of the revision is to allow for more school enrollment and therefore more funding, this was the second meeting in which the residency policy was debated as it related to immigration. Board member Jim Muelling agreed with Klein's concerns.
The wording is ambiguous, in this, where it says we will only educate legal residents of Monroe County, and then we say, but we must educate illegal aliens. So if Joey swims across the Detroit River from Windsor, Ontario, and comes down into Monroe County and is here as an illegal alien, undocumented, then we have to educate him. But if Joe from Lawrence County, whose mom and dad both are tax-paying citizens to the state where the money is derived from, comes here, he's a illegal alien, himself, in Monroe County, we can't provide him education at our expense.
But fellow board member Sue Wanzer noted that, in fact, MCCSC can educate Joe from Lawrence County with the revisions to the resident and non-residence policy that was at issue. Wanzer reminded Muelling and Klein that the issue at hand was educating children, not the immigration status of their parents.
But let me make one thing clear. The people who we're calling illegal aliens live in this county. And we're obligated, I believe, to educate everyone who lives in this county. And as many census and IRS records show, there are many undocumented immigrants in this county and in this country who are paying taxes. Not just sales taxes, but they're paying income taxes. Right. I don't want to get in a big debate. We have a lot of problems with immigration law that has to be corrected at the federal level, because as we know, you're illegal when you're crossing the border. Once you're in this country, you're not illegal, and there's no law that talks about sending people away unless they're arrested doing something else. So there's all kinds of problems with our federal immigration law, but I support educating every single kid who lives in this county, and I'm not going to deny it based on the status of their parents, most of whom are paying taxes anyway, which is what we want.
Wanzer said federal law allows for employers to employ somebody illegally but collect taxes from them via a federal tax identification number. The board passed the revisions to the residency policy, with both Klein and Muelling abstaining. The Monroe County Assessor's Office is working to comply with a state-mandated property tax reassessment. To help ease the strain, the Monroe County Commissioners have approved a contract that will help County Assessor Judy Sharp keep up. Sharp said that her office simply couldn't print, sort, and mail the 53,000 forms needed for Monroe County residents. Form 11 is mailed to property owners to inform them of the assessed value of their property. Sharp said that hiring the Indianapolis firm Vision Direct to do that job would save the county time and money.
So this is the company that I've chosen. They gave us two quotes. One quote was for $27,260, and the other one was for $25,494. Of course, I went with the lowest, but the lowest, believe it or not, they do all the work. The other one, I had to actually sort and sort the Form 11s and that kind of stuff. So by them doing it from scratch, it was cheaper for us.
Sharp previously expressed a preference for a rolling reassessment over 5 years instead of the current state mandate for a full reassessment with an 18-month time frame. She said that hiring Vision Direct for Form 11 mailings would save wear and tear on the staff. Although the contract was approved, Commissioner Mark Stoops questioned Sharp about possible alternatives, doubting the cost-effectiveness of hiring an outside company. Monroe County has a history as a tourism destination, and a new study by the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau backs up that perception with hard numbers. Using data collected during 8 major events representing a range of audiences, the CVB estimated the economic impacts of visitors. Visitors Bureau Director Mike McAfee said people spent the most money when they traveled here for conferences. He showed a slide presenting their estimate of overall financial benefit of tourism.
The big numbers, when you break it down, 3.15 million visitor days, I discussed that, generates over $185 million in sales, another $94 million in supporting business. So the total economic impact annually of tourism expenditures in Bloomington and Monroe County is $279 million per year.
McAfee said that's increased by $21 million in the last 6 years. City Council member Dave Rollo's concerns with sustainability prompted him to ask McAfee what effect rising fuel costs have on tourism. McAfee said they've been trying to capitalize on that sort of regional tourism with 2 new initiatives.
About our new Twisted Trail promotion that we have going on, promoting art in Bloomington, Brown County, and Columbus. It's Highway 46 is the Twisted Trail, so you follow that along and visit all the art there, as well as we just launched a Limestone Trail initiative with Lawrence County. In fact, both of those were funded by a grant that we got from the state, so we like those.
Although people spend the most in Bloomington during conferences, McAfee said sporting events were the second biggest draw. He said those kinds of visitors were desirable because they tend to travel with other relatives, immediately bringing in more money to the local economy. And that's all for Cats Week. Thanks for joining us. Cats Week is a joint project of Community Access Television and Bloomington Community Radio, WFHB. To learn more about the county, city, and other meetings covered by Community Access Television, you can find live and archive proceedings at catstv.net. For Cats and WFHB, I'm Will Murphy.
Support for Cats Week comes from Blooming Foods Market and Deli, your locally grown co-op grocery since 1976. Blooming Foods offers foods with a focus on natural, organic, local, and fair trade, with support for farmers, producers, agencies, and artisans. Blooming Foods Market and Deli, on East 3rd near College Mall, West 6th near the Courthouse Square, and right up your alley at Kirkwood and Dunn.